Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike from Skill of Strength and MMA Fight Prep. What I'm going to go over today is one of my favorite loaded mobility drills. I say loaded mobility because we are going to use a weight to aid us in getting a little bit more depth in the drill. So, what we're going to do is a lateral squat with a kettlebell counterbalance, okay? This drill is often referred to as a lateral lunge, but if you look at how we're actually going to coach and how we're actually going to finish, it's a squat because we have maximal hip and knee flexion. So, first thing we're going to do, this is the body weight variation. So, I haven't warmed up at all, I haven't done any of these today, but I want you to see the difference. So, we're going to start off about 1.5 times my hip width, maybe a little bit more. For me, I need some slight external rotation just to make sure I'm not banging into my own hip. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into a lateral squat. You can call it a Cossack, doesn't matter to me, but I'm going to sit as far as I can into it, okay? So I'm going to go here, and I've got it right about there before I start to feel like, you know what, I'm running out of room. Okay? Try that one more time. Sit into it. Now, I'm going to do the same drill, but I'm going to have a kettlebell in my hand. Now, as I sit into my lateral squat here, I'm going to push the kettlebell away from me and use it as a counterbalance. That should allow me to sit into my hips, get a little bit more depth. Once I'm down there, I'm going to find center. I'm going to sort of play around with that position to feel comfortable, and then I'm going to come back up. So I'm here in that goblet position. I sit into it. Now you notice, much different. I'm going to come back to center, and then I'm going to repeat. So again, watch. I'm going to drive it away from me. I'm going to sit back into my hips. And I'm going to use that counterbalance to get some more depth. Now, we've got two variations on this, okay? We've got variation I just did, which is essentially I'm going to sit into my hips and then I'm going to pop back up to center, okay? That's sort of the easier version, and it's not that much easier, but you get the idea. The other version is I'm going to do a leg drag, and I'm going to drag my leg towards my left foot while I'm sitting into that position. Essentially, it's a single leg squat. So, the easier one is this. Sit into it. Come on up. The leg drag is this. Sit into it. I'm going to drag it straight up and go from there. A couple things to consider here is one, keep your spine as tall as you can. You're going to have to play around with how much ankle mobility you need, okay? Yes, your knee's going to have to go over your toe. It is a squat pattern, really, because you are going to have a ton of hip and knee flexion, but you're also going to have to utilize a ton of ankle dorsiflexion. So when you sit into it, it's not a vertical shin, so it's not here. There's no way you can keep a vertical shin in this drill. So we need to sit, we're going to utilize our ankle mobility, and what we're going to do is try to get down as low as we can. So, again, easy version, sit into it, back up to center. The tougher version is the leg drag. Sit into it, boom. Okay, so a couple teaching points. Start about 1.5 times your hip width, maybe even 2 times. Keep everything locked down. For the weighted variation of this, or the counterbalance rather, as you sit into that squat, you're going to push it away from you, and that's going to act as that counterbalance. It's going to allow you to get a little bit more depth. Give it a try, let me know what you think.